Get back here.
Okay, so as you just saw, the last day and a half has been nothing less than chaotic. I didn't vlog yesterday, and I'm going to explain exactly why. I'm also going to explain why there's a blanket on that couch right there when there usually isn't. But before I do that, I'm actually going to go with Martha to Target to do a little pickup for a couple items. What you end up getting? Oh, she's gone. So we're going to go pick up some items from Target, and with that said, it's time to get the heck out the door. All right, babes, let's go. Go, go, go. All right, so here in the car yet again, in the passenger seat, like I don't even know if I'm a man anymore because I don't drive. Martha's taking over this trip again. But I mean, full disclosure, I did drive last night, last morning, today. So I still drive.
Yeah.
Wait, what did I say?
This last morning.
I said last morning.
And this
then
morning.
Today.
I said.
Right.
That's today.
That's what she said, but also me. Yeah, we're gonna go over to Target. What are we getting anyways?
We're doing a drive-up order. We're getting wild bird seed because we used up all of ours because those birds are fat. And 2 cleaning sprays that have been out of stock for like a month.
Also, I'm gonna get into what the heck was going on the last day and a half, so stay tuned for that. Until then, Target
Peace.
time.
Target time. Target time.
Jingle all the way.
It's not that time.
All right, so we have made it to Target land.
Thank you. Yeah, that'd be great. So that was really quick, really easy. If you have a Target near you, drive up is easy. All right, now we're gonna go to Petco. We have a couple things to donate. Just some food that Mabel doesn't eat that brand anymore, and like 2 sweaters that are way too long for her, so, oh God.
She knows how to open the window, so
Yeah.
she just does it on her own nowadays. All right, so we're going to Petco and then going back home. Okay, so we just had to donate this food right here, which is completely unopened, as well as this jacket here, which you can't really see, the lighting is horrible, and this little sweater here. So I'm gonna go pop in the store and I'll be right back. Okay, so we have made it back home, and what I gotta do right now is actually fill up the bird feeder, which we have right out there, because the cats love to sit right on the couch right there, or on the thing-a-majig right there, and kind of just watch the birds when they come up. But they're not gonna come up right now because I'm gonna scare them away as I'm talking to a camera in my living room. But anyways, we're gonna get that done right now. Well, that didn't seem to take that long. There's already birds coming up. What do you think, Primmy? Is this your entertainment? Are you bored because they all flew away? Okay, so now it's finally time to talk about that whole chaos thing I was talking about. So in the morning, we ended up driving an hour away to go to the chiropractor because why we have to go?
I go once a month just to, get checked. If I need adjusting of my upper spine, then they'll do it there. And if anything is tight or any other part of me needs to be adjusted, they'll do it.
You know, I kind of knew that, but well, I just figured I'd ask for the sake of the video. Anyways, after that, we drove an hour back, and then we pretty much just hung out. Didn't really feel like pulling out the camera because we had to get ready for the night. And that's when the real kind of chaos started, because we had a thing to do. And we didn't know how to do the thing. So we not only had to go learn how to do the thing, we had to come back to learn how to do the thing ourselves after learning how to do the thing. You want to say what the thing is?
It was a home sleep study.
So pretty much what this is, you hook yourself up to all this machinery and then you go to sleep. You just kind of get all this data from all the machinery to kind of submit to the company so they can look at it and see what's going on, if you stop breathing at point, or if you're not getting restful sleep, or anything else that they test for.
Just any kind of sleep problem. I don't really know.
And have you been having sleep issues, or we're just trying to figure out why you kind of feel fatigued more than normal?
I have chronic fatigue for probably 16 years. So it's kind of about time this happened. They're really just checking for any kind of sleep problems that can tell them what the source of my fatigue is.
So we drove a half an hour out to this place and sat in the waiting room for a while, and I actually did film a couple clips there just because I thought I might vlog it, but then it was just so deeply involved once we finally got to it. So we got all the stuff, we got back home, and then we started hooking it up, and that's when it was like, wow, this is a pretty in-depth thing, because I mean, you were all hooked up. I took a couple pictures of her, and well, you probably saw the thumbnail also. And yeah, it was like you were hooked up to all this gear. It looked like some kind of crazy scene.
Yeah.
And it wasn't super hard to do. I mean, you didn't really have to do a whole lot.
It wasn't hard to hook up, but if I had to do it myself, it would be more difficult.
Yeah, so I mean, I was doing a lot of the hooking up, and once you're all set, like we're like ready, we were like, okay, it's time to go to sleep. We got to actually get into sleep at a reasonable hour to start at. Like it was before 10 when we were actually going to sleep.
Yeah, because they set the machine to start recording at a certain time, and for this one it was 9:30, and then it was gonna stop at 7 a.m.
And I guess they only needed about 6 hours of data in order to make it work. But then that's where the fun thing happened. What time did you wake up first?
12 o'clock. So I slept probably from 10 to 12. 2 hours. So the whole mess started at this point. And it started with, I was really thirsty. Usually when I wake up in the middle of the night, I need to drink something. I had a Gatorade next to me, but it wasn't open yet. And usually I have Gabe open my Gatorades for me because I struggle with that a little bit. Or a lot, I don't know. But this one was unreasonably stubborn. And I like scraped my hand trying to open it. So that sucked. And then I went out to the kitchen because I gave up on opening that. And I grabbed a Diet Coke from the fridge thinking, not actually thinking. And then after I'd opened it and had a sip and was walking back to our room, I realized that has caffeine in it. I didn't drink much of it anyway, but it was just enough to add to my frustration. My brain was fully awake at this point, and I think we all know how hard it is to go back to sleep when you're wide awake and your brain is like yelling at you. And on top of that, I felt pressure to get sleep because it was going to record till 7 a.m. And then we had to return the equipment. So I was like, oh my god, I have to sleep. And that just made it harder to sleep. I woke Gabe up at this point briefly.
Yeah, I think you woke me up at like 2 a.m.
Yeah,
roughly.
Because I realized that there's this black belt. It was too tight so that when I took a really, really deep breath in, I felt like I was constricted when my diaphragm was all the way like expanded. So then I started to like freak out about that. So then he went right back to sleep after he loosened it a little bit for me. But then I was still kind of laying there. Eventually I went out to the living room and lay on the couch because I was getting stressed out by like Gabe ever moving in his sleep, Mabel in her crate ever moving in her sleep. And I thought, oh, maybe it'll be better out there. It was quieter, but then I started to get cold because I had only grabbed 2 dog blankets from the linen closet.
And by the way, that's why the blankets were on the couch, which they normally would never be because we always sleep in here, obviously. But yeah, I just thought that was interesting to see that in the background of the video. But I mean, this is exactly why.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think that exactly worked out too well for you.
None of it did. So after that, I put on some calming music, instrumental only, and just kind of lay there for another 2 hours, and then I just couldn't take it anymore, so I came in, I woke Gabe up, and I had him unhook all the wires. We just unplugged everything, put it back in the briefcase, and gave up. And then we watched YouTube videos for like a few hours.
I think it was like around 5 o'clock, 5:30, somewhere around there when we actually fell asleep for a couple hours because we actually had to get ready to go to bring that little briefcase full of electronics back to the place, which is like a half hour away, which is like an hour and a half round trip by the time everything's said and done.
Yeah.
After only sleeping for a few hours, and it was just a giant mess. And did we even sleep after that when we got back?
I don't think we did.
No, because
I don't think we even napped.
No, we just went, and I don't know how I was even surviving, because if I get like less than 6 hours of sleep, I feel like trash. If I get like 7, I feel great. But that doesn't seem to happen lately. But maybe I should be the one doing the sleep study, because I pretty much am capped at about 6 hours of sleep. But yeah, so essentially the sleep study was a
massive failure. Giant failure.
But there is some interesting news related to that coming out Monday.
When I returned the briefcase with all the equipment in it to them, I told them I didn't really sleep. And the lady asked me, like, are you sure? Like, sometimes people think that they're not sleeping and they really are. And I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure. She said, I'll look at the data, I'll let you know, you'll get a call. I got a call, like, probably right when we got home. And it was the guy who, like, walked us through the setup the night before. And he was like, yeah, you gotta do it again. So we're going to give it one more shot and see how that goes. Hopefully be able to start off better, because our appointment for the setup walkthrough was at 6:30 p.m. And we weren't back until around 8 because we got food after. But this one is like 1 or 1:30 in the afternoon. So we're going to have some time before it starts to record at like 9:30.
So at least that way we can get set up and do it properly. And I think now that I kind of have an idea of what's going on, we'll do a vlog on it this time so you can get the real experience. But this is kind of just like a little bit of a preview of that. And hopefully my energy will be better. Because I was pretty much like, on one hand, like I want to vlog because I had the 7-day challenge. But also I'm like, nah, I just want to focus so we can get this done properly. Now that we've already done the setup process and the whole process, really, just not the sleeping part, we can at least vlog it and kind of have an idea what to expect.
But hopefully this will be the last time I have to do that, and it'll give us some kind of an answer. I'm hoping that it's just you have no sleep problems, because I really am not interested in having a CPAP machine or something like that.
Yeah, so let's hope that's not the case. Then maybe in the future I'll have to do my own sleep study to figure out. But I think it's just because I don't like sleeping. Because I'd rather be doing other things than sleeping, but I know it's important. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it, I think. Nothing else on that. With that said, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you found it entertaining or informative or any of the above. And if you did, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I know the button's down there. I always do that. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.
Peace.
Peace.